So hi and welcome to Bulgaria.
Good to be back.
I remember your first party in Sofia. The whole event was advertised as the DJ who remixed Madonna, who remixed Sting, who remixed Elton John, and everybody, it was, people were like super excited and super thrilled about this.
Right.
And I remember coming inside, I didn't know what to expect,
Right.
after the whole advertisement. And actually, you completely turned the other side. You were playing great grooves with
Right.
Less to minimum vocals.
Right. Yeah.
And I told you,
I remember that. Yep.
Yeah.
You told me.
It was
a lot of people expected that from me. That because I was remixing all these, pop artists. That's what I was going to be playing.
Yeah.
But I was, I came from, in very underground techno background. In the early '90s, in '91, '92. I was producing really heavy techno before the whole Madonna, Sting, and all of that. So, yeah, that's what my roots were.
What has always amazed me in your style as a producer and as a DJ is how versatile you can be and still, steer the way the people that listen to your music in the way that you want,
Right.
like in the direction that you want. Because I know you now for 17 years now, and I've heard, like you going from housey and tribal stuff,
Right.
then going to more tech house, and then going back to techno, And this has always been part of your DJ sets and also your productions.
Yeah, I think that's an important quality for an artist, or DJ, or a producer to have. To experiment and evolve. As an artist.
Not just stay in one
Not just
comfort
stay,
zone.
Yeah. I mean, because how long can one survive on that? Before you become uninspired yourself. Doing the same thing. When I was 16 is when I first started playing vinyl. My older brother was a DJ, so that's how I got introduced to DJing in the world of music. I used to just sit, we shared a bedroom, and I used to sit in the bedroom and listen to him DJ. And then eventually he taught me how to play. And then my whole mission became like collecting vinyl, just buying, any money that I would come up with, I'd go to the record shop and spend it in the record shop. So for many years I was playing vinyl. But there was always this excitement of exploring a new media, like, when CDs first started, coming around, it was exciting to try something new and adapt. And I think that's really important, for DJs to adapt to, and use technology and bring it into their setup in their own way. Yeah. Whether you're still playing vinyl with some CD, a combination of the two, it's just whatever can create, some exciting, moments for yourself.
And I've seen you transitioning from vinyls and CDs to Tractor, and then now you're back with CDs.
Back with USB, with CDJs,
yeah. And of course, at the end, it always needs the people to be happy on the dance floor.
Right.
And but for me, during all these years in the club, and at the festivals, I've seen, like a big, how do you call it? Like a fight between every DJ, trying to be louder than the other one. And it's from all that. Mostly sound guys are suffering, sound systems are suffering, and I'm sure that you've seen it as well. and I'm sure that you've seen that as well. And how did you manage to always keep the good momentum in your sets when you're sharing stage with different type of artists and everyone trying to push it more and more?
I never went in there with that mentality of, I wanted to be louder than the guy before me, or be the headliner and hold any gain back from anybody. I want everyone to play to their best ability. There's so much music, and everyone should be able to share the stage, equally, and sound as good, sonically. So I never went in there with that sort of mindset, you know, like that I wanted to be louder or, you know.
And what about the mastering? I mean, mastering in 2021
I think that's,
compared to mastering in...
You know, it's funny you bring that up, because there have been DJs that have come up to me and said, how come the sound system sounded better for you? You know, like sort of like, you know, insinuating that I had something to do with the way it sounded. And I was like, I don't know, you know, what audio files are you playing? You know, what are you playing on? You know, it just, you know, they would say to me, you know, your sound sounded deeper and you know, heavier and bassier. Like, you know, sort of saying like, did you do something to the sound system? Like, no, I didn't do anything. You know, I'm just, like literally, I'm playing.
Did you bribe the sound guy?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, okay.
You know, it has a lot to do with when you get up there, resetting what's going on. You know, like technically. You know, when I get up to it and behind a mixer, I'm like, okay, where was this guy before me? Where is his gain? So let me reset the EQs. Let me, you know, just pull back, you know,
a little bit.
and allow the sound system to breathe a little bit, you know,
And
where some guys don't do that. You know, they don't realize they're pushing the sound system. The sound system is compressed, you know, it has limiters on it. Once it starts hitting those limiters, it starts to squash the sound, you know, and I know that. So like the best thing to do is pull back your gain, you know, and then the sound system opens up, you know, the sub starts to come through. And these are things that some DJs, you know, they get up there and they're just pushing, and they don't realize, you know, that it's having a negative effect on, you know, what's coming out of the speakers on the dance floor. So that's a simple thing that, you know, would just make you sound better, you know?
But it really starts in the studio first, right? I mean,
absolutely, yes, of course.
When you have something going on in the studio, you need to be able to hear it properly in your studio.
Yes.
Before, you know, testing it out on the big system.
Yeah, that's always the challenge. You know, having you know, what you're hearing and what you're creating in your room. It could sound great to you in there, but having it translate, you know, into your live sets and your live performance is you know, a tricky thing to do, but, you know, not impossible.
When you have a track on the road, like a new track that you want to test,
right,
and you don't have like a proper mastering ready,
right,
what do you do when you want to export something and play it, for example, tomorrow?
Right, right. Very simple. I'm of the school of taking away and not adding, you know, and that's always been my approach to processing, not over processing, not overdoing it. So I try to keep it simple, and I'll put a simple waves ultra maximizer on my master channel, and then I also love this plug child waves plug-in. Also on the master, and it just, you know, it gains the track. It'll add some compression. Let me play it. See, I don't know if you noticed. There's like it just creates a sort of fullness.
Yeah.
Doesn't make it overly loud. You know, still have good levels. And then I'll add the waves, and just to get my signal there. And this is just creating like sort of a DJ master, you know?
Yeah.
I would never send it to a mastering lab like this, because it's no headroom for that, you know?
Absolutely.
But just to get that fullness, you know, for something to play like I would play tomorrow night, you know?
Yeah.
But the importance of, like you said, having this translate to what we're hearing in here, to the live set, that's always, you know, that's always the mission, you know, to have it sound the same.
So you're saying that less is more?
Less is more for me,
yeah,
you
less
know,
is more
in mastering, you know.
Yeah, okay.